Hi guys, sorry I am not here this morning. I had to run to the doctor really quick, but I should be back definitely before the end of the hour to talk to you and to go over any questions that you have. This is really just to get you guys started so that you are not behind. In front of you, you should have your cell pancake worksheet. So a few things on here. You are going to have a pancake. I will be providing the pancakes. Two moms are going to come in and help me make pancakes, and I'll be able to run around and really help you guys. You will be responsible for bringing like the various food items representing the different organelles. And you're like, Ms. Belcher, I don't even know what an organelle is, let alone what am I supposed to bring from home that's representing an organelle. No worries, our organelle notes will possibly start today, and we will finish them up tomorrow, so you'll have plenty of time to understand what each organelle does, what it looks like. So we'll get there, I promise. The only reason why I'm giving you this assignment today before we go over those notes is so that you have one more night to kind of go home, look through your cabinet, see what will work for each of those organelles. So today is brainstorming day. So you're going to decide, do I want to do an animal cell or do I want to do a plant cell? If you look at this chart, all of these items will be a part of both the plant and the animal cell. However, these last three we'll discuss in class, but those three are only found in plant cells. So the vacuole, the cell wall, and the chloroplast. Now, if you're a person who needs a little challenge and would like to make a more difficult cell, I would encourage you to make the plant cell. Now, of this brainstorming chart, you don't have to fill out anything on this left-hand side. The only thing I need you to fill out is on the right-hand side. So what you're going to do, I'm going to post this picture on Schoology. Actually, I'm not going to post it. I want you to go to Google and find a picture similar to this, whatever one meets your fancy. I just lost it, so excuse me while I find another one. I like this one. And I want you to pull up that picture. Now, depending on whether you're doing a plant and animal cell will depend on what you need to pull up here. But here is a cell. So this one is obviously a plant cell because it has our chloroplast and our big vacuoles. But on this particular one, you can look at the different organelles to see the shape in which they're in. So if you look here, these look like a jelly bean. The mitochondria look like a jelly bean. Versus the ribosomes are little tiny speckles, so maybe more like sprinkles, or maybe more like chocolate chips, something like that, those little ribosomes. Now we have the ref ER right here. Your ref ER has those little ribosomes on it, but if you notice, it's very string-like. So typically I see people use like licorice or sometimes frosting to make that. Again, it kind of depends what you have at home. I've seen lots of different things. I've seen gummy worms. I've seen all sorts of things. So I want you to look at pictures of the cell and figure out, what do I have at home or what can I bring to match each one of these parts of the cell? And I know a lot of you are thinking, Ms. Belcher, do we get to eat these when we're finished? Yes, you can eat them, no problem. It doesn't necessarily have to be food items. I encourage the food items just because you're putting it on a pancake, and I would want to eat everything delicious that gets served on a pancake. However, I've had some awesome ideas of people who have used different things like batteries to show that an organelle is more of the power supply. And I've had just awesome ideas that really talk about the function of an organelle opposed to just what it looks like. So that's also an option. Let's go ahead and go down to the second part, construction. On Thursday, you're going to have the entire day to create your cell. And I will be here again to facilitate, help you out. I'll have two parents in here that were so graciously, so generously donated their time to be with you guys. So I'm really excited about that this year. And day 3 will be a presentation. So just always like to go over what's expected of you. A homework grade will, hey, did you bring stuff for your pancake? Yes or no? If you did, 3 points. If not, you won't get a grade for that. Your assessment grade. I don't know why this 2 is here. I'm going to take that out. C rubric. So pancake aesthetics. Is it pretty? Is it colorful? Is it well made? 100% effort. Is it creative and has a pre-made name tent? I will be taking pictures of these so that during the presentations you'll have a picture of your cell pancake because most of you are going to eat them on Thursday and our presentations will be Friday. So I will need a name tent to know that it's Jack Heiser's time or it's Sam's time, whatever the case may be. Organelle key. That is this last section down here. I will talk about that here in just a few minutes. That will be worth 5 points you just completing that. And last but not least, your presentation. Can you speak loudly and clearly? Do you use note cards? Yes or no? I know a lot of you don't like to give speeches and you use note cards. It's only worth 1 point if you do use a note card, so no big deal. Mentions at least 5 organelles. I expect you to go over 5 organelles on which you put into your cell pancake and tell me where they are on your cell and also their functions. So right here, these last 3 all kind of go together. So you're expected to do 5 organelles. Tell me what they are, their function, and where they are in the cell. And you'll just be pointing to your pancake. Okay, down here, that organelle key, the candy and object, I don't want you to fill this out today because some of you may change from now until Wednesday, but realize that this will be my expectation that this is filled out by Friday when we do presentations. Organelle function, you will be able to fill this out tomorrow when we do notes. So this is going to be more of your homework assignment for tomorrow. And why did you choose your object to represent that organelle? Again, most of you are probably going to choose things that look like something within the cell. And you're going to go straight off looks. It looks like a jelly bean, so I chose a jelly bean type object. Or maybe you say something like, for the nucleus, you know, maybe you put an Easter egg in the center and you were like, I chose an Easter egg because the nucleus is more of an oval shape and I could put the DNA and the nucleolus and everything inside the Easter egg easily to display what the DNA and the nucleus looks like and that they were wrapped up in that nucleus. So just going through this list is going to be kind of your homework assignment for tomorrow. I'm trying to think what else I need to cover. Again, I will be back by the end of the hour to answer any questions. This is merely to get you started. I want you brainstorming what you are going to be using for the following parts. And hopefully you can fill out that top portion before I get back. Also, if you have not gotten them out already, I need both Friday's lab, the Microsoft 101 lab, and I am going to need your lab from yesterday, cell investigations, out on your desk, and I will come around and do a quick check on those. So please have those 2 worksheets out, and you are filling out this brainstorming chart. Thanks, guys. I just realized that I forgot to go over a few examples. So this hopefully will get your brains thinking on what type of things you can put on your cell pancake. Here's just a few examples of some of my students. I just grabbed a few pictures that I had. So it's Megan's. Here's her nucleus and her this was her smooth ER and a rough ER. These are ribosomes. The rough ER has the little ribosomes on them, so she used nerds. So it's Chris's, his nucleus, then his nucleolus. I know, I want to say that he used this cracker and the little like sprinkles on the cracker were his DNA. He used gummy worms. This was his smooth ER with no ribosomes and his rough ER that had ribosomes on them. And then I want to say that his ribosomes, I'm trying to see it in this picture, but because it was more of like the sugar coated on the gummy worm, he used like sprinkles and did light sprinkles on his pancake for the ribosomes to wrap. This one is kind of a mess, but what I really liked about this is that they used a battery for the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, so that was really cool that they didn't only use food items, but they brought in other things to represent more of the function of the cell. And then they use these pretzels. I can tell those are their cytoskeletons. Same thing here. Oh, I love Taylor's for her nucleus. I think her nucleus is awesome because she used like ramen noodles for her DNA. Inside the, can't think of what that's called, egg yolk, um, is her nucleolus, and then her whole entire egg is the nucleus. And she did a slice out of it to show what the inside of that nucleus would look like. So I loved that. Next one here, same type of thing. I like how they show their nucleus. This was different, but they use these little shell pastas for the mitochondria. So it doesn't have to be necessarily something that you would like on your pancake. Here they use the frosting for the smoothie R and the roughy R, and then I believe those are maybe little red hots that she put on her roughy R and then throughout her pancake. Again, the fact that I can remember this from 2 years ago, I can look at it and identify, oh yeah, this is what she was meaning there, is the important part. So that's just a few examples. Get creative. I like seeing ones that are very original and not the same things. But again, we'll talk about it here in just a little bit. That's just to get your mind thinking of what you can use. All right, I will see you guys soon.